Warning, it's really hard to spell correctly with a gamepad. But come on, enough bad things to say about this game. We're gonna go back to this era of gaming when the storyline of a game fit into one page of an instruction booklet. And yeah, remember when you read an instruction booklet? Oh, I surely don't. This was the time before millions of nerds would whine about the game ending or anything. No, we're sticking to the basics here. We've got good people, we've got bad people, and in this case we've got the greatest villain ever. A fetus wearing a top hat and a robot suit. No need for motivation or anything, he's just evil, so he just beat Meat Boy up and Bandage Girl becomes his new girlfriend. Okay, no, she just becomes kidnapped instead. All in all, we've got all of the good ingredients of a good and classic story. Go save her, you hero! I didn't tell you to explode, jeez. How the hell are we going to do this now? So anyway, welcome to this Let's Play of...
Super Meat Boy!
Okay, I was going to say that, but yeah. This game was made in 2010 by Team Meat. It's one of the greatest platformers of all time, and let's get right into it. The whole game is separated into 7 different worlds, and this is the first one. Since this game is all about referencing old school gameplay and all of this, it has a whole lot of references to old games such as Street Fighter 2 right here. They really should have released this game as an arcade. That would have made a lot of money. And complete with dramatic introductions too. So this is the overworld and you can do any level in the order that you want. There's no definite order or anything, you just do whatever level you want. You could start at the very last level if you wanted to and just make your way backward. But we're gonna stick to the good old traditional ways and start at 1-1. So we're finally in the meat of things. Notice how things are incredibly complicated. The game even tells you that in order to jump higher, you have to hold the button. So anyway, yeah, you've got wall jumps and all of the sort of things like that. And once you collect Bandage Girl, the level is over. Only though she waits for you in another level. Ho ho ho. So I'm gonna redo the level here in order to get the grade A+, which you get by meeting the part-time requirement for the level. You have to beat this level in 3 seconds. Obviously enough, it will become very tricky into the later levels, because, yeah, even though this game has the reputation of being an incredibly difficult game, you will never guess it by the early level. And also there's another way that you can use in order to do the wall jumping all the way up here, because wall jumps are higher than a regular jump. I really gotta say that one of the greatest strengths of this game is its difficulty curve. I mean, we're on level 3 and the game doesn't even assume that we know how to run. The game just slowly takes you by the hand into the first few levels here. Oh, no new skills here, but yeah, we have a bandage over here. We're gonna come back to them later. Essentially, you collect them in order to unlock additional characters for the game. They're entirely optional, and most of the time they will be incredibly difficult to get. But yeah, since this is level 4, it's not quite the case here. This purple thing right here is a warp zone, and by going into them, you get into a warp zone, and yeah, I actually managed to get grade A+ here, even though I took my sweet time. Haha, we're having actual adversity this time around. And here's another great thing of this game, the pacing, because there's no elaborate game over screens or anything when you die. No, you just restart instantly as if nothing happened, only though you have the instant replay here, which highlights all of your death. And thus, either it will look incredibly amusing or amazing because there will be a huge trailing of meat boys that explode into the screen all at once, or well, it can also show other people that you're bad at this game too, so it's a double-edged sword. So, because we didn't manage to get the part-time, we're gonna take a much faster route here. It's possible to get the 5 seconds by going through the elaborate path under the cavern, but it's much easier to go over, as you might have noticed. Also, don't worry about me skipping all of the bandages and all of this, because I'm gonna collect them into a separate videos, just in order to make the videos much more shorter and just concentrate on the level layout and all of this instead of getting sidetracked into all of the other optional stuff. So yeah, in the previous level we had destructible walls, which pretty much work out the way that you'd think they do. So, as you might have guessed, the first world is pretty easy. We're gonna blaze through it. Oh boy. Return of the horrible puns. Yeah, this level seemed a whole lot more menacing. Yeah. As you might have guessed, falling to fire is instant death. Every obstacle into this game is instant death. There's absolutely no second chances or anything. No health bar for you, mister. So, instead of taking this long route here, you can also take a shortcut through this level with a precise jump, which is kinda hard to do, but once that you've got the hang of it, you should do it without dying too often, just like I did, yeah, only 2 attempts. It's always nice when you manage to get things working into this game. Welcome to the house of one of the developers of this game. And yeah, it's exactly built like that. It has those 2 giant saw blades, and basically, if you're going between the living room and the kitchen, you gotta watch out because you might just get cut in half and, well, you're gonna have to sell your house to somebody else. So we're making good progress here. We're almost on the 3/4 of the way of being there, and we have a new obstacle, saw blade shooters. As with saw blades, this is another obstacle that you will see commonly through all of the game. A lot of the worlds have separate sets of hazards and all of this, so basically stuff like fire and all of this is not gonna appear again into another world, for instance, but saw blade shooters appear in almost every single world out there, so you gotta learn how to deal with them. And whenever you're falling into those chasm or anything like that, it's a good thing to try not to wall slide, because if you're doing that, it can slow you down. So we've got 2 paths. Which one of these should we take? Yeah, I was not really happy with that one path. It seemed to take quite some time, so what if we try going the other way? Let's go and see, because we're here in order to check out all of those things, yeah. Okay, it was slightly faster, but then again, if I didn't botch up my climbing on the right, maybe it would have been faster. This is also something fun with this game, to retry levels in order to try and go through them a whole lot faster. This is a really speedrunner-friendly game, and in fact, the only people who are still playing this game nowadays are pretty much the extreme speedrunners. Oh god, that was really awful here. Pulling off awesome stunts is part of the game, but also botching up an incredibly simple jump in the most awful or hilarious way possible is also part of the game. This game is full of happy or really sad moments. Take your pick. Alright, now it's time for your proper final exam. Let's see if you've managed to assimilate all of those stunts. No, you didn't, because you saw what happened there. But yeah, basically, you can speed through all of this thing in order to jump a whole lot faster to this wall, and yeah, we have this rather tedious part. I'm not a huge fan of this level in general, because of this part is so slow, and then whenever you die like that at the very end, it's even more soul-crushing, but yeah, you gotta settle up because it's only getting harder from there. But by the time you get to this level, you've gotten enough practice with the other levels in order to learn how to wall jump, and run at the correct times and all of this, so that whenever you'll be here, you'll be like, oh, okay, I can do this. There's never any part of the game where you'll be like, come on, there's absolutely no way I can do this, right? So we can go and fight the boss now. You have to beat 17 levels in every world in order to see the boss, so we've got another cutscene, but this time, however, no references for you. Instead, we're just gonna see how Dr. FETUS is such an evil no-gooder. And Dr. FETUS wonders why nobody likes him. Hello, I am Dr. FETUS. Would you mind playing a game? Hold on while I go into my vehicle with this huge-ass saw in front of it. It's gonna be fun! Yeah, and before you wonder, you can kill him by jumping into it. This is not Super Mario Brothers here, even though it's the same initials. Instead, the power of squirrels will help us defeating this mean machine. Just look at them go, okay, don't look at them too much because otherwise you see what happened. You get distracted and you get run over by a giant vehicle or by a wandering saw. This is quite harder than the typical level that you've seen into this level, so this is your first real test. It's essentially just a longer version of the levels that we have to play through it. And yeah, you don't have to wait around for the squirrels to hit him, but I like to build dramatic tension. And here we go, the final boss is defeated. That was such an easy victory. I mean, after all of this, we'll be able to retrieve Bandage Girl, right? Are you sure you don't want to play with me anymore? I can do magnificent drum solos. Nope, it's not gonna be any easier than that. Sorry, Meat Boy, but your Bandage Girl waits for you into another world. And Super Meat Boy is not always about pretty things. Just look at the havoc that was wreaked upon all of this forest. The horror. The sadness. Ah, come on. Don't make me misty-eyed now.
Chapter complete.
Okay, I guess I feel better now, but okay, that was a pretty abrupt way to end this cutscene, yeah. The game's sense of humor can get pretty weird at times. So here we go, we're done with the forest. Or do we? Because we still have to get all of the bandages, but we also have the horrible secret of the forest waiting for us. The Dark World Forest is waiting for us. Into the next video.